for that. So yeah, so let's just get telemetry back. The last time we spoke to you, it looked like someone was on the intermediate tires. Right, so it looks like everyone is on wet at the moment.
Except Aiden Nation. Aiden Nation is out on inters.
Yeah, so he's on inter, so let's see how it goes for him. So we've got our first time lap in it, so 1:54.4 for Chucky. Aiden Nason at the moment is 6 seconds down on the inter, so we'll keep an eye on him. Cactus the Big still in the pits. We've got Maxstar out on track. So just to run you through the order, so a couple of changes in terms of teammates. So obviously Cactus the Big is joining us tonight in the Williams, and he will be partnering up with Dustin. So he will hopefully join us very soon. We've got also in the Ferrari, I think it's John Rabico. He's teaming up with Ron. So Ron has moved away from the Alfa Romeo and he's joining the Ferrari team, so he got promoted. And then we've got Maxstar in the Racing Point, and he's joined the championship leader, Red Bull DTM, in the Racing Point. So at the moment, Super D on pole, provisional pole, 1:32.6. And then we've got Red Fury, Chucky, Ron. But you will see the times come down slightly as the guys run a little bit lower fuel. The tires get up to temperature, and some water gets displaced on the track. So yeah. So let's get on board with Cactus. This is his first night out with us. Welcome, Sheldon. Nice to have you with us. So he's in the Williams. Not the best time to join the season on a wet track, especially Spain. It's not easy in Spain.
Riding on board with GJ Buerta is just coming around the last chicane.
Awesome. So Sophia Buerta seriously, yeah, he had a good race last week. I mean, he finished up in third, had a really solid race, which is something that he was due. And then after the penalties, he's moved up into second. So a really good result for him, and hopefully that will do him a world of good on confidence. He says he's set up his wheel much better than what it was, so hopefully we can see him challenging for more podiums. Yeah, and as you say, he goes third, just 0.7 off the lead. So here Berta putting it at 1:33.0. You tend to think he will get definitely into the 1:32s. Our championship leader, Red Bull TTM, he's currently in fourth on a 1:33.2. Right, and we've also got a debutant tonight, so Wezo, he is also joining us, Wesley Nell, joining us tonight, and he's partnering up with Silent Knight in the Mercedes, so hopefully he can have a good start to his season. He's got some catching up to do. So currently none of the Mercedes has picked a lap up yet, but let's drive on board with Wes. Welcome Wes to FTRF1. Looking forward to some good results from you. Ooh, someone running wide, but
with you just now.
Yeah, all good. So Haas is getting out of the way nicely. Goes into turn 3, so turn 2 is long. Oh, just batting to keep the car on track. Let's follow him around. Very difficult. The car just wants to drift left in that corner, and it's sometimes very difficult just to get it turned in. But hitting the apex nicely, get nicely on the throttle in third, getting nicely out of the way there as well, coming up to one of the McLarens, I think. So a good solid lap by Wesley so far, keeping the car nice, no rear end losing. Normal circumstances, this will be your second DRS zone for Catalonia. This is the apex slightly, so a bit of a difficult exit there. This is very tricky in the rain. The car just wants to step out from you. But very well done there by him. This is probably the most trickiest section of the track in order to not invalidate the lap. hit that apex on the left hand side, try to hit this apex as well, short shifting third, and yeah, you don't want the back end to step out, so sometimes just easier just to short shift through that corner. And Wes goes through, and his first lap with FTR, and that's the 8th position, so well done Wes, good job by him. So that puts him all up to 8, so currently a provisional pole with just over 8 minutes left. We've got Red Fury, Maxstar, second race with us, wow, what a lap by him. Torment Kills in third, Pierre Buerta in fourth, Red Bull DTM finished up here fifth. And a much better day by Farad, so he got into the 132.4s, he was in the 133s earlier. And as I say that, Don Rabico goes fastest in the Ferrari. What a lap by him. So that's a 131.3, next to be 2 tenths faster than the Fury. Remember, we will lose... oh, good grief. So yeah, sorry Austin, so just reminding everyone that's watching the stream, and as Cactus, as you say that Cactus loses the back end, we will lose one person in the session, and he's just announced himself. That will be Cactus the Big, spun out, so he will not make it through to Q2. So in essence, everyone, Austin will go through, no need to take risks anyway. You're safely through to Q2. I would say get back into the pits and see what the weather does in Q2.
I'm on board with Loki. He's coming through the last chicane. Oh, and he spins a bit. Backhand is not good on this track if you're running a low aero, especially on the throttle on the last corners.
Absolutely, I'm with Aiden Mason, yeah. So Aiden Mason unfortunately invalidating his lap here, so we'll get back to him. Ron currently in the pits, but like I said, everyone is safely going through to Q2 with the retirement of Cactus the Big, and I see the guys are starting to retire from the session to speed up the process. Yeah, so your front row provisional at the moment is a Ferrari and a McLaren, followed by Maxstar, and then Wesley now, what a lap by him, putting him in 4th, Pierre Buerta dropping all the way down to 6th. But no need to risk anything in this session, everyone will go through. So let's see.
I don't know what is going on between Silent Night and Zero to Cool, because Zero to Cool is trying to go on his hot lap and Silent is a bit in his way.
Alright, so let's have a look and see
I don't know
if
if
we get some...
ghosting or something, but...
No, doesn't, from my side, everyone seems to be okay. I was on board with Silent now and everything looks fine, so maybe Silent is on a... I don't think he's on a flyer. So definitely a 0.
And Chucky goes first.
There we go.
1.1.
Well done, Chucky. Very good lap there by him.
As the track is getting dry due to the people, drivers going around the track.
Yeah, you can see Zero to Cool.
Lap times are going to start to fall.
Absolutely. So Zero to Cool just backing off slightly, which is not a bad thing. You don't want to overheat these wet tires. So he's going to start, and we're going to get on board with him. We'll just drive with him. To see if he can put up a time. So he's got 5 minutes, 20 seconds to set a competitive time just to get through to Q2. So yeah, let's watch the sector times. But he really just needs to put a lap up, don't invalidate it, don't spin out, just get some kind of respectable time on the board. And it should take him through nicely to Q2.
Yeah, I believe Zero and Silent is going to go for a lap now, because they're pushing now with the ERS.
Okay.
But there are a few people still on track, and I think they're pushing for first position.
Yeah, or maybe just get a better feel for the track.
Pushing for it. And there goes Red Fury with a 130.9.
Yeah, there we go. So the times are starting to tumble. Not sure what the race weather would look like, but you really don't want to waste too much of these wet tires. You might need them in the race. So yeah, so let's see what the strategy is. We obviously can't see what the race's prediction is for weather. But yeah, so hopefully there's no glitch tonight, so everyone can just go back to the garage and get us going here.
Oh, and he kicks out the back end, and Zero still stays in his position. There he goes 10.
Here we go. So respectable time there for him. So he will go through to Q2. The only people that we will not see in Q2 will be obviously Cactus the Big. He's losing the back in there. Oh, and if I look at this, it looks like Silent Knight is just going around the track again.
Yeah, he put in a personal best. His fifth position with the 131.9.
Okay. So just over 3 minutes left. Gart is probably getting a fuel for the car. Looks like it's getting a bit dry. I don't think it's Inter time yet. I don't think Q2 will be Inters in the beginning stages. Q2 obviously follows Q3 very shortly. Might dry out a little bit in Q1. But I expect the same kind of behavior in Q2. And at the moment you've got Red Fury and Chucky on your front row. Don Rabica and Maxstar second row, and Silent Knight and Wes in your third row. Cactus the Big not making it through to the next session. And at the back of the grid, you've got Esotronic, Loki, and Ron. Aiden Nason having a bit of a difficult time here. He's normally very good on a fast lap, on a one lap kind of scenario. So, but he's safely through, so no need to push right now. And Zero to Cool jumps into the pits. He's had enough of this. The only guys that is still out on track looks to be Aiden Nason and Ron. Ron is on an out lap.
Silent just put in a new personal best.
Okay, so personal best there for him. Zero to Cool back into the pit, so he's probably going to retire from the session. Aiden Nason is on an out lap. Not sure what he's really trying to achieve. Probably just track conditions, just to see where he can push and find the limits.
Silent is... Does it show for you as well that Silent is again on an out lap?
It does. So we'll keep an eye on the timer on the top left hand corner. And Austin, if there is anyone ghosting around in the loop, we'll just ask him to leave the session and come back. So let's just see. But at the moment,
it appears that that Silent Knight is running low on fuel, but it's showing out lap. So I believe there's an issue.
Yeah. So let's just keep on monitoring that. I see Aiden Nason is also on track. He is slower in sector 1 than what he was normally, but only by 2/10. So he's definitely not ghosting. Esotronic Sean, he's also out on track. He's 1.1 seconds.
Yeah. He's not pushing. The same with Aiden Nason. They're both on pushing at the moment.
Right, there's 30 seconds left. Let's see what Codemasters have in store for us. Hopefully they fix this issue. Doesn't look like they've fixed anything really with today's update. So they just gave us a couple of fancies. Alright, so Sean backing into the pit, so he's definitely not ghosting, he's going into the pit, he's had enough. He's ready for Q2. Aiden Nason, we'll just check if he ducks into the pits. Okay, he stays out. I don't think it's going to improve on his lap time, yeah? No. It stays the same.
Yeah, but he's running the whole time on 0 ERS. So I don't believe he's pushing. I think he's just going around the track for the fuel.
Okay. Alright, let's have a look. So only car on track at the moment is Aiden Nason. Alright. Austin, just give me 2 seconds, I'll be back now.
Okay. And Aiden finally retires. So the only person falling out is Cactus the Big. It's a wet Q2. This is going to be very interesting. Is Q3 also going to be a wet one? Is the big question. Wersog is coming out now. Chucky is out. And GJ Burta as well.
Alrighty, yep, so I'm back. Q2, so just a reminder that we will lose 5 cars in this session, so only the top 10 will go through to the next session. Looks like the rain is slightly eased off. We'll just get some telemetry back up again.
I believe the drivers are doing a few laps around the track just to get rid of some of the standing water so that they can go on to inters if the rain isn't as hard as it seems.
Yeah, look, the rain still looks to me coming down quite consistently, so I don't think this is going to be inter weather definitely in Q2, although there's 30 minutes left. But let's keep an eye out. Obviously, Austin with Red Bull DTM leading the championship, someone needs to start challenging him. Someone needs to start putting some pressure on him, on Mark. This is only round 6. There's still another, 16 races to go in the season, so we'll only finish early next year with the season. But someone needs to start putting pressure on him, because if you don't have any pressure, you don't make mistakes. So very comfortable last win for him as well, and the week before, so 2 wins in a row. So hopefully someone can start challenging him. This is definitely different conditions than dry, so it's very difficult sometimes when the race is dry and you've got a wet setup running, or if it's wet and you've got a dry setup, so it does make a big difference. But let's see who comes out in Q2. There's going to be absolutely no difference in what tire you start on. If it is wet in the race, you will start on wet. If it's dry, you'll have a free tire choice because you are doing qualifying on a set of wet. So if it's not raining in the race, there's no need to look after these tires. You can burn them. So let's see what Red Fury can get up to. He's starting his flying lap now, just behind his teammate McLaren Maxstar. Oh, I'm talking crap, sorry.
Chucky invalid his lap.
Alright.
First out, first during the lap, and invalid before he gets to the first DRS point.
Okay. So yeah, that's not how you want to start your session. I always find it very comfortable if you at least put the lap on your first run or your first lap, just to take a bit of pressure off you. In dry circumstances, the pressure is obviously more there, because that set of tires you have to start the race on. But in this case, yeah, you can go all out. You obviously want to get into Q2 or Q3. So let's see. Guys obviously looking strong, very strong in Q1 with Red Fury, Don Rabico, Farad Buerta, Wes. If I just go through this, Chucky was also very competitive in that session. So let's wait for the first times. And as I said, the first time pops up. Adam Nathan with the 133.3 on provisional pole position. And
Zero beats it with a 131.7.
There we go. So we're in the 131s. We were in the 131s in Q1 already. Low 131s, 131.2 I think. So still 5 tenths.
Shooter Ron is coming through. And he sets a 4th position.
So let's see what Red Fury can clock up here. Getting a nice tow. Right, Red Fury goes 4th on a 134.4. His teammate let him go through, so there was a bit of towing happening there from the McLaren guys. Well done. So let's get on, let's have a drive with Red Bull DTM. You guys have the line of 137.6. You get the feeling that's not going to be enough. Cut-off time probably for Q2 will be in the low 137s. 137.6 at the moment for, sorry, the 134, sorry, pardon me, the 135s. So 134.9 already for 6, yeah.
Sorry, GJ Buerta's coming around the last corner now. Seems as though he might be able to get a 131.
Oh, and someone loses the back end. There we go, Loki. 95 losing the back end of that horse. That's a wing gone for him. So I'm pretty sure he was in front of a couple of guys there. Not sure if he messed up someone's lap there. And as you said, that Pierre Buerta goes to 132.0.
Super D also went off and broke his right side of the front wing.
Come on, Red Bull. Last week was not a good week for the Red Bull guys, for Super D. So hopefully they can make up this week. So Torment Kills also didn't have the best of races last week in Netherlands. So hopefully they can correct it this time around.
I believe your 134 might just change to 133.
Wow, I can see that the 134.9 at the moment, intense, and then the next one around there's 132.6. So wow, some really good lap times coming through here from the guys. Super D still needs to put up a time. So does Storm and Kills in the Red Bull. Very nice helmet scheme there by him. I love it, Torment. So let's see what Torment can get up to. He's in sector 2 at the moment. Has not set the time yet. So every sector will be a personal best for him. So let's see where this slots him in. Going around the final sector now. There is a Alpha, looks to be in front of him, so hopefully he can get out of the way. Oh boy. Bit of traffic here for the Red Bull team.
Is it going to be tight?
Oh, this is a McLaren, Mercedes in the way. Not sure who's in the way here and if he's on a hot lap.
Hopefully the tow will actually help him.
Yeah, I think he lost so much time in that last section. Oh man. So not sure if the Mercedes...
Yeah, he will get a 132.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but that's not good enough for him. Not sure who's in front of him.
Silent Night.
Yeah, so not sure if Silent Night was on a out lap or a hot lap.
His ERS is full, so I believe he was on a...
if he was on an out lap, that's very naughty of him, getting in the way of the Red Bull. Definitely the Red Bull lost a couple of tenths in that last sector. So, yeah.
And Don Robico is coming around the last corner. He went a bit wide over the curbs. He gets a 131.7.
There we go. So 5th place for him. So guys, currently in the drop zone with just over 6 minutes left is FTRF1. He's backing into the pits now in a Ferrari. First time in a Ferrari for him tonight. Torment Kills, who got a bit distracted in the last sector by one of the Mercedes. He's in 12th. Esotronic Sean in 13th. Loku, who's had that spin-off and had to get a new nose cone, he's out in the house. We're going to follow him around. And then Super D and the other Red Bull, and I see he's just leaving the pit lane now. So both Red Bulls need to get through to the session to put any pressure on Red Bull DTM in the racing points. So at the moment the challenge is coming from Chucky, Zero to Cool, Silent Night, Maxstar. So really good by these guys.
I see Titus posted on a chat. Raining is not making it easy for the guys. Hope for a dry Q3.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think it's anywhere going to be
a wet one.
No, it's definitely not going to be dry in Q3 from what I see. There's 5 minutes left. Rain's still coming down. I think the race might be dry. That's why you might see a couple of favorites like Red Bull DTM and Don Radrico all the way down in 5th and 6th, because they might carry a little bit of a higher setup than the rest of the guys. Because yes, we don't know what's going on in the race. We don't know what the weather predictions are. So if you do carry a dry setup in these conditions, you will be slower. But come race day, you will get all the benefit out of that. But yep, Austin, I don't think Q3 is going to be dry. Not if I look at the weather, not if I look at the amount of water still on the track. It's definitely not going to happen. So I'm currently with low Q. He's on track. He's done a 150, so he's much better than that. So let's see. He's on a he's in sector 2 at the moment. Let's see how far he's up from this time.
Super D just started his lap. I'll ride on board with him.
Oh,
or you ride with Loki?
Yeah, Loki just invalidated his lap, so that's done with him. I see everyone. There's no one really. I think Wesley is going out again. He feels the pressure. He thinks 6 might or 8 might not, the 132.0 might not be fast enough. Currently the time to beat is a 132.2. Low is going to have to start another lap again because of that invalidation.
Is he going to get a tight Q2 now? Because everybody has to push for position here from 10th to 15th. But if you want to push on the rain, it's going to be a bit more trickier. Unless you're driving with a medium traction control.
Look, it's very close between 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. There's literally just 3 tenths in it, not even. So it's very close at the bottom. Chucky goes fastest on a 130.962. Followed by Red Bull DTM, a much better lap by him, a 131.3.
Sorry? Super D is coming around the last chicane. He got purple sector 2, so he's going to get a bit tight over here now.
Yeah, let's see if Super D can put that Red Bull into Q3. I think the Red Bull team and FTR will be extremely happy with a performance like that. Yep, there you go, 7 for him. He is out on track. He looks like he's got enough fuel left, so he can do another lap. A 131.8. Much faster than what I thought the cutoff time would be. So let's see if we can go even faster.
Wesog did a personal best on sector 2. Is 3rd down from his previous time.
Okay.
But I believe he was a bit too slow on the last corner in that chicane, the last chicane. And he goes first.
There we go. A 130.3. What a lap by Wesley Nell. What a lap by him. But remember, this is not for anything really. This is just to get through into Q3. These laps will matter in Q3 when we battle it out for pole for the front row of the grid.
Aiden won't make a improved time on this lap.
Okay.
Red Fury first sector is down on his time.
Alright, I'm going to stick here with Ron. He's in the Ferrari. He's currently coming through the start-finish straight, so I don't think this is going to be an improvement from him. Not at all. 5 tenths almost slower than what his personal best is, so he's going to have another go at it. Sean currently on track. Sean Tyson is a Tronic ZA. He's currently in 14th on a 134.9, so he definitely needs, what, almost 2 seconds, more than 2 seconds to get through. So almost 3 seconds that he needs to get through to the next session. So not going to happen on this lap for him. He's ducking into the pits. I think he's had enough. He's quite happy to the 14th position.
Loki has to go into the pit. He's running low on fuel. But I believe he might be able to make a lap now. He's coming around the second sector. Let's see what it is now.
Right.
He's down by 7 seconds.
Okay, cool. So that's
and he just went out of the way.
Yep, it's not going to happen for him. Ron at the moment can still make it through. He is half a second up on his personal best. That will take him to 131.5, which will take him into 8th position, and that will kick here Buerta, who's sitting in the pits. That will kick him out of Q3. So let's see if the Ferrari can keep it together. But a very good middle sector there by Ron. So let's see if we can keep this together. This is a pressure situation. Let's see. Oh, nice. Getting early on the throttle, traction control kicking in. Let's see what the Ferrari can get up to here. Is he going to displace Fiabueta? He does.
1:30.15.
Yeah, there we go.
Down by a second.
He displays Fiabueta. Maxstar also putting in a good lap there, 1:31.7. Also displacing Aiden Nason. So currently, Aiden Nason is on another flyer. He's a second down in sector 1, so it's not going to happen on this lap for him. That's his qualifying done. Fiabueta on the pits, that's him done.
Around the last corner.
Yeah, let's see
and
what
he makes a 1:30.8.
There we go, third position for him, pushes down Fiabueta into 13th. Isitronic in 15th, and I think that's it. I don't think anyone's going to improve. I don't think anyone is out on track. Q2 basically done. So guys that we've lost in this session will be Maxstar in the Racing Point, Aiden Nason in the Renault, Fiabueta in the Haas, Loki in the Haas as well, and then Sean Isitronic in, I think it's in the McLaren. So only one McLaren going through, no Haas represented in Q3 unfortunately. Red Bulls are through. We've got Super D through, and we've got Torment in second. So a good showing there by Torment in second position for the Red Bull team. Alright, so that's it. So no glitches so far from Codemaster. Well done. So as you can see, we've got 2 Mercedes through into Q3. We've got 2 Red Bulls. We've got 1 McLaren, we've got 2 Ferraris, Alpha Tauri only 2 Alpha Tauris, there we go, and Racing Point, yeah, only one of them.
There's only one team. Oh no, Alpha Tauri is also got both of their drivers through.
Yeah, Alpha Tauri's got both in. Red Bull's got both in.
Mercedes got also.
Mercedes also got their both drivers in. It's just unfortunate for the Racing Point, but yeah, some good points up for grabs here. So Q3 is where all, and I said it's not going to ease up. It looks like the weather is just it just looks like the weather's getting a bit worse. So 12 minutes left in the session. This is all for pole position. Yeah, so we've seen in Q1 Red Fury having a really good lap. We saw in Q2 that it was it Red Fury again with Torment kills.
Where Sog is first out.
Yep, so let's keep an eye on this.
But once again, Austin, out of the pit.
Yeah, once again, Austin, we don't know what the weather conditions will be like for the race. We do not know who's carrying a dry setup. We don't know who's carrying a wet setup to rather have a good position. So it all will be revealed when we start the race to see if it's dry or if it's going to be changing conditions. But Tier 3 are having a tough time. This is the third race that they're having some rain. I know they had some rain in Australia. Having some rain here again in Spain, and I think the other one that they had rain in was in Netherlands.
Vietnam.
So, yeah, or Vietnam, there we go. So Tier 3 having a horrible time with weather conditions, the other tiers a little bit better.
If you look at the time, what do you think the aero package is for the most chosen aero package? A heavy downforce or somewhere in between?
Look, the time suggests to me that the guys are running not the lowest downforce that they can. Luckily, this track, a lot of downforce is required because of the extent of the corners and the camber of the corners. So I don't think there's a big difference between your wet setup and your dry setup. But I would have expected the guys to get into the 129s, very low 130s. We haven't seen that yet, but yeah, we don't know what was happening in Q2. Maybe they were holding back slightly, maybe not max engine mode. But let's see. So Red Fury has started his flying lap. So let's stick around with the McLaren guys, and it's a very nice looking car. Also out on track is Ron in a Ferrari. His first night out in the Ferrari.
So far as I can see, Red Fury put in the first sector purple.
Yeah, he will be purple because there's no time set yet. So that time will definitely come tumbling down as the guys go through. I see Ron has picked one of the Michael Schumacher helmets, so it looks very fancy in that Ferrari of his. Red Bull DTM currently out on track. He's also picked one of the Michael Schumacher helmets for his Racing Point. Super D in the Red Bull. He's also currently on track. Very nice dark color scheme there by him. Fits the Red Bull nicely.
Chucky came around the last corner. He's going for 131.2. Next is Red Fury.
I still think low 130s, mid 130s is gonna be the trick.
131. Next is Wesov. He gets a 131.4.
Alright.
Red Bull gets a 131.1.
There we go. Red Bull DTM provisional pole with a 131.1. Super D just coming into the last sector now. Let's see what he can get up to in the Red Bull.
Sorry, shooter Ron is coming around. He gets a 132. Super D.
He's just coming around now. Let's see what gets the Red Bull going here. There we go, 131.1, Red Bull on pole, provisional pole so far, followed by the Racing Point, and then Chucky.
Zero to Cool is coming around the last corner now. Then it's Silent Night. Then it's Torment Kills.
Chucky has
Torment Kills invalidated his lap.
Okay, well Chucky's done a purple sector in sector 2. He is currently following one of the Red Bulls, so hopefully that will not hold him up slightly. Looks to be far ahead from him, so it should be fine. So let's see what Chucky can get up to. Definitely a purple middle sector by him.
He's up by half a second.
Right, there we go, 150, there we go, 150.3. What a lap by him, almost a full second faster than anyone else around him. A very good lap there by Chucky.
Red Fear is on a hot lap as well.
Yeah, Silent Knight's on an out lap. Don Rabico hasn't left the pits yet from the Ferrari team. Torment Kills also hasn't left the pit lane yet for Red Bull. So, but provisional pole at the moment, it is Chucky on pole at the moment in the Haas. Sorry, the Alpha Tauri.
Ron is improving his time by 0.1.
Yeah, he's probably going to need a second if he wants to start getting chasing after those guys. So guy in front of him, 0 to Cool, is a 131.5. Ron a full second behind him, so he needs to find a second somewhere. Don Rapico and Torment Kills, like I said, hasn't gone out of the pit yet. Maybe used up too much of the wet tyres in the previous qualifying session, so only had one run left on the tyres. And there's just about 5 minutes left. And as I say that, both Don Rabico and Silent Night pops out of the pits. Only 3 people who hasn't set the time. And Torment Kills as well, so all 3 of them going out of the pit lane now. Don Rabico and a Ferrari leading the way, Silent Night in the Merc, followed by Torment Kills in the Red Bull. So Chucky about less than 3 tenths in front of Red Bull DTM. And then there's a bit of a gap between them and Super D. Super D almost 7 tenths or 5 tenths away from Red Bull DTM.
Sorry?
Right, so,
I think Silent Night might be glitching right now.
Well, on me, he's on an outlap, and he seems to be using everything that he should be using, so everything looks fine from my side. So let's have a look. Yeah, he's definitely using ERS. And he goes, okay, that's weird.
Yeah, he glitched. When he passed the start finish, he still had his timer running past 1 minute 30s.
Okay, so obviously that lap got stuck, and then that's in fact a 130.9, so that's good enough to put him on the second row of the grid.
And Red Bull pushes him down to fourth.
It's actually 0 to Cool who pops into second with a 130.5, so he displaces Red Bull DTM off the front row. Silent Knight and Red Bull on the second row. I really want to see what Torment Kills and Don Rabito get up to.
I'm riding on board with Shooter Ron. He's coming past the second sector mark. He's 0.2 off of his previous time.
Okay, Don Rabito just put in the fastest first sector in the Ferrari. So we'll keep an eye out on him and see how it goes through sector 2. Oh, invalidated. Yeah, unfortunately. He's going to have to start all over again.
He came out at the right time when most of the people displaced most of the standing water on the racing line.
Yep, so just with over 3 minutes left.
Unfortunately, he couldn't keep it together.
Yeah, very difficult through that section with the rain coming down. So let's see what Thorman can get up to. He's in the second Red Bull. Currently, his teammate in 5th position.
Weso got the second sector purple. He's down with 0.3 of a second.
Alright, let's keep an eye on him. I'm just with Torment here. I want to see what Torment can get up to. If he can get himself out of 10th.
He goes 8th.
8th with a 131.6. He's definitely got enough ERS left. Maybe some, I think he's out of fuel. No, he's not. He's actually fine. So maybe he can improve.
And we saw pushes 0 to Cool. Oh, and Red Bull goes even faster.
There we go, 130.2 for Red Bull DTM. Chucky in second now. Wes in third, followed by 0 to Cool. Yeah.
Now AlphaTauri is splitting is being split by Wesog, and 0 to Cool is splitting Silent Knight and Wesog.
All
Very
right.
interesting now.
Oh, so Chucky and 0 to Cool both in the pits. They're not going to have enough time to go through, so that's basically their qualifying session done. They will not have enough time to go through a lap and start a flying lap. Super D
is coming around the last corner.
Sorry. Yeah, Super D had a big moment. He lost, I think he lost the Red Bull there, so he's out of the session in 7th. So Red Bull, not a good day.
Goes 5th.
There we go. Not a good day for Red Bull. 7th and 9th at the moment. A very good day for Racing Point again. In first or provisional pole. Chucky is not going to improve on that. Like I said, he's out. Wes is in sector 3 at the moment. He's backing into the pits. He's had enough. Fuel lights on, so that's him for the session. Don Rabika is currently on track, so let's see. He's not even a 10th up in sector 1. And he invalidated his lap, so that's him done for the session. So that's it.
Got first sector purple.
Wow, maybe I mustn't talk too soon. But at the moment it's Red Bull DTM and provisional pole, followed by Chucky. Wesley now Wezo in 3rd. 0 to Cool in 4th, with Don Ravico and Torman Kills finishing up your first 3 rows. Let's see what Torman can get up to in sector 2. Oh, loses the back end up.
Loses it.
Yeah, I think that's it for him. Let's just look at his sector 2 time, but he's probably lost half a second there. Yeah, more than a second off his space, so that's him done. So well done to Red Bull DTM and the Racing Point. So it's another pole for him, a bit closer tonight than all the other nights, followed by Chucky in 2nd, Wes in 3rd. Very good showing by Wes in his first night out with us. 0 to Cool in 4th. Yep, and that's it. That's qualifying 3 basically done.
Yeah, Redfield is not improving on his time now. He's almost a second off of his previous lap. Oh.
Right, so no one's going to make any improvements. We're just waiting for Silent Night and for Red Fury. And Red Fury lose it completely. Doing some donuts for us here.
Just waiting on Silent Night and shooter Ron.
Right, Ron's crossed the finish line, so ticket flag's out for him. Red Fury ducked into the pits. I think Silent Night might be a problem. He's been on an outlap for 2 consecutive laps now. So
yeah, I think he's part of the glitch now.
Yeah, so we might have an issue here. So maybe
shooter Ron as well.
Yeah, Austin, maybe if you can
around again.
Let's just see. Yeah, well, there's 48 seconds left. Let's see if the Codemaster resets itself.
And we're stuck on 1 second.
Alright, let's just see what happens when these guys do cross the line. Otherwise, Austin, maybe just post on a group there that Werner Nel and Ron should just leave the session, and we can get them back again. Right, so let's see if we can get Werner Nel and Ron just to retire from the session. So we'll wait for them to.
On the group now.
Okay, thank you very much for that, because we do not want to restart the session again. So there we go. Ron has left the session. We're just waiting for Werner Nel. I think he's actually the biggest problem at the moment, unfortunately. Right, I see Silent Night has still not left the session. So let me just see what I can do quickly, Austin.
And we're through.
Right, so Codemaster throwing us a curveball here with Silent Knight going through and getting pole position. Yeah. Well done, Werner. Silent Knight for getting that pole. Well done, buddy. I see he's posted on the group here. That was actually a legit time. So good job, Werner. Alright, so let's get racing. So everyone should be back.
And it's a dry race.
Yeah, so Austin, if you can just maybe send Werner just an invite there again. So let's just get him back into the session. And that's what I was saying earlier. A couple of people might have been slow because of carrying dry setups, not the wet setup, as everyone most probably did. So let's see. Just waiting for the guys to set their strategies, make sure fuel loads are set, and then we'll get on with round 6 here in Barcelona, in Spain, for Tier 3. Right, if you look at that graphic there, you can see the guys with the softs, they're going to have to pit between lap 7 and 9 if you want to do a 2-stopper. You can probably get to lap 13 on the mediums if you're doing a 1-stopper. So let's see what tires the guys have picked.
Mediums. It appears as though everybody went for medium compound.
Alright, yeah, it looks like everyone's on mediums.
Doesn't appear that shooter Ron could join again. Because his name is not on the screen. Unless it's another glitch.
Hopefully we won't see plenty of that. Right, but I definitely see that a couple of guys are... See Silent Knight's ghosting, not sure what's going on there, which is probably waiting. But you send him an invite there,
Yes, I did.
Okay, awesome. Just keep an eye out on the WhatsApp group and make sure that he gets back in again. He's got a couple of corners to take control of his car. Right, as we wait for all the lights to go out here in Barcelona, obviously that little bit of a wait from Codemaster. Oh, there's a couple of guys who just got kick-started there away. So that's not sure what's going on here. And away we go. So eventually we're on our way out.
Either it must be a glitch or they just jumpstart.
Oh, big moment there, and there we go. There's contact. That's a Mercedes. That looks like, I'm not sure who that was.
Wezop crashed into the wall. He's retired.
Yeah, he got definitely a nudge from someone. I'm not sure who, but at the moment you've got Ron leading the way.
It appears as though. Sorry, it appears as though that Silent might have clipped his front wing while turning.
Yeah, so safety car is out. So Ron is currently leading this race in a Ferrari. You've got Cactus the Big and the Williams in second. Wow. So what a start by those two. You've got Red Bull DTM in third, Silent Knight in fourth. So not sure what happened to Wesley there. Okay, so the safety car is out.
Shooter Ron won't be able to join. The Codemasters won't allow him to take control of his car.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, that's a bit of a meme. So we'll see if we can get Ron back. So really not sure what's going on here. If
At
there
the
is...
moment.
Right, so yeah, so Austin, sorry man, yeah, so if we continue like this and the lobby just seems to be a nightmare all the time, we're gonna definitely have to move this race to a different evening. There will be no restart tonight due to time constraints. So we're already at 8:30. So let's see if Ron can get back into his car. At the moment, let's see a couple of fellows ghosting, yeah.
Yeah, Silent has left the session, so he'll be ghosting most of the race unless he comes back.
Right, so if you can just get us another invite there for Silent Knight for Banner and for Ron. Let's see if we can get them back.
Okay, just sent. Who's the other person?
So it's basically Bernard Nell and Ron.
Okay, no, I've sent to them both.
Okay. Right, I just want to just want to send some invites from my side as well.
On the start, got 5-second penalties.
Yeah, this is a nightmare. You cannot have this. Alright, I think we might need to. Not sure why people got penalties for that.
Collisions. If you may cause a very hard collision in front of the to someone else, you'll get a 5-second penalty.
Okay, so
But
if I look at
it might be also depending on whether the safety car came out and the people then collided into each other. Because the moment the safety car is out and you touch someone else, the possibility of you getting a penalty will be high.
Okay. Alright, so from what I can see is there's only one car ghosting.
Don Robico has left. He's retired. He's crashed out.
Okay, please. Alright, so I can't see anyone ghost except for Cactus the Big at the moment. But everyone else on my screen seems to be in their cars. Looks like Silent Knight's taking control. Looks like Ron is back in control of his car. Yeah, so 4 laps into this race we've had our first safety car already. Backing up the pack nicely as Ron. So we are going to get going again. This will be the start of lap 5. And here we go. So Ron leads us away. Starting lap 5 on the Ferrari. And we're racing again.
Super D is going into the pits. He's putting on a new set of mediums. Zero to Cool is also into the pits. He's also setting on a pair of mediums.
Ooh, running extremely wide there by Silent Knight in the Mercedes. So currently we've got Ron leading and yeah, there we go. We've got Silent Knight. Oh, big moment there between Silent Knight and Ron. I'm not sure if that was a glitch or not. So Red Bull DTM
Silent
getting...
Knight is ghosting on my end.
Okay. Oh, mother of Paul. Yeah, on my screen, Silent Knight at the moment is second. He's just behind Ron.
Red Bull is catching Shooter Ron. Red Bull is in tow, but he's off by 1.2 seconds. No, he's not off by 1.2 seconds.
Yeah, so it's the same glitches as what we've had during the past couple of weeks. Obviously, Ron is not
And Red
ghosting.
Bull spins out.
Yeah, so obviously Ron is not ghosting, but he's ghosting, or he's not in 14th, he's actually in 2nd. He's ghosting for the other cars, but oh boy.
Silent Knight lost part of his wing. Right, left side of his wing, and he's making contact with Chucky. And Aiden spins out.
Right, so apologies for that, Austin. We might cancel tonight's race. There is a million penalties going on at the moment, and yeah, it's just a mess at the moment. So
Yeah.
we're just gonna stop the stream, and we will be back.